Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Boston Red Sox and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Luis Robert, he's homered in 5 straight games. So, partner, some can't-miss at-bats coming our way from him.
Yeah, and I find it interesting because watching him in batting practice, he was trying to keep the ball in the ballpark, hitting line drives the other way. So many times those home runs are mistakes, and I think he'd probably say half of the home runs he's hit lately have been mistakes because he's just trying to go gap to gap.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go, and towing the slab in this one, Ryan Nelson. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They could move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Kicks and deals. And that one is lifted in the air. Hank makes the grab, one down. Here's a check of the Red Sox lineup put together by manager Alex Cora. And down towards the bottom of the lineup, hitting 8th here, Luis Angel Acuna.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and, he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
Hit in the air, left field, under it, and puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And stepping in for Boston, Rafael Devers, leading the American League in homers coming into this one, having a monster season. Nelson, 28 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2019. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. 2 outs, base is empty. Oh, he hit him. And that got him pretty flush. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Here's Tyler O'Neill, 2nd in the American League in home runs. Popped up. Jeter gets under it. And that is that. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left. And now back here in the desert and on the hill, Garrett Whitlock. Chris, his strikeout rate this year among the best all time.
He's truly one of the elite strikeout pitchers in the league. I mean, strikeouts per 9 off the chart. So the opposing team, they know they have their work cut out for them anytime they're facing this guy or a guy like this that's going to get the swings and misses. Pretty much in a class of his own when it comes to that category.
Bottom of the 1st. This is Corbin Carroll. Strike on the outside. It's 0-1.
Here's a fun fact on Corbin, and I don't know if everyone remembers their first jersey, but Carroll certainly does. He used to rock an Ichiro Suzuki growing up.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And the righty deals. Good job to fight that one off. And the pitch. Struck him out swinging. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with 2 strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error.
Ouch, that one got him.
He seems to have lost a little bit of focus on executing that pitch right there, not staying through the target, and clearly not the release point he wanted.
On the ground, 2 ball. Off balance feet, there's 1. Over to first, safe.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Curtis Granderson stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Hank off of first with 2 away. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
He's looking pretty sharp to start the ball game. He's got that good fastball working early.
Swings and misses, struck him out. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. We played an inning. Back here at Chase Field, now it's the DH, O'Neal Cruz. Nelson back to work. Right side, hard hit. One up, one down. Here's Bobby Dahlbeck. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. And there's the strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front. 1 out, bases empty. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. He's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone. Sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
Cedane Rafaela now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. And a swing and a miss.
Well, off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Second inning here, no score. Pitch misses there, and a count 1-2.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
The pitch. Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. That completes the strikeout. Inning over. Offense held in check there. Down to the bottom of the second. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ketel Marte. That's in there. Whitlam, the former Cy Young Award winner. He features a sinker, a changeup, a slurve, and he works in a four-seamer. Here comes a pitch. Outside low, and it's 1-2. Bounce to third. Devers throws out to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Yeah, I'm looking at his body language, and he just doesn't seem like things are in sync. And the ball's just not coming off his bat the way it did earlier in the regular season.
Jason Giambi, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. In there at the knees. And the count is 0-2. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Derek Jeter, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Next offering in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Righty to the plate. Just missed.
It's a good take.
He goes down looking. Diamondbacks down quickly. We'll move to the third with no score. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna. The right-hander back to work. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep into counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Aaron on his horse. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's one away. Hunter Goodman, the next to hit.
He's done a great job making contact recently, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
Strike 1.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Next offering is downstairs. And a pitch. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Napoli pulls it down and he makes the catch. And a couple of quick outs. And now it's Luis Robert.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And he deals. a miss. And the count 1-1.
One strike.
Top of the third, no score. The pitch. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the third. And here's the veteran outfielder, Mike Napoli. And the pitch.
Ball one.
That one missed. Next offering in there for a strike. 2-2 now. And here it comes. And that one a little below the knees. Full count now. Now it's swinging. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Gabriel Moreno stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And a foul ball. The pitch. Fastball for a strike. And there's a ball. Started after the 1-2 pitch. Appeal to first. Yes, he did. That's a swing.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
And next is the designated hitter, Corbin Carroll. That one ripped. That's a hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a two-bagger.
No waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Even though center fielders are amazing at tracking down balls these days, there's still a lot of room out there, and it's a big field. So if you hammer one to center like that, there's a decent chance you're picking up extra base.
That's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores, and they have the lead. 1-0.
He was almost over that one. Other than linking one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Now it's going to be Hank Aaron. Fought off foul. One run across in the frame so far here in the second game of the series.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count 0-2.
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Back here in the desert, on to the fourth. Now it's the shortstop, Jackson Holliday. Nelson back to work. In the air to left center. On his way over. Makes a nice running catch. One away. Now it's Devers at the plate. Hit by a pitch his first time up. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. A gigantic blast. It's 1-1. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Tyler O'Neill up next for the Red Sox. That one fouled off. All tied up, top half of inning number 4. And ball 1. In the air, right field. Aaron gets under it. He's got it. There's 2 away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Cruz at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
Right now, this battery is seeing the aggressiveness of the hitters early in the count and often. So, got to be real careful that you don't give too good of a pitch, especially early in the count.
Left-hand batter waits. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that keeps the inning going.
Everything came together for him. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
2 outs. Fly ball to right. Hank makes the play, and it's out number 3. Solo blast ties it for Boston. All even at 1 apiece. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at Chase Field, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Curtis Granderson. And the pitch. And a big swing and a miss. Granderson, a former All-Star, a member of the 2000 hit club, and his last 10 games stand out. He's homered in 4 of them, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Marte now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. And a good eye there.
1-1.
And a swing and a miss.
1 ball.
1-2 now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 1 down, base is empty. That one 95 to finish him off.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But you know what happens?
Strike 2.
No ball.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Ball.
The next offering misses. And that is ball 1. Now, and a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Arizona. Score remains deadlocked at 1. We go to the top of the 5th. Joe stepping in for Boston. Cedane Rafaela. And the right-hander back to work. That's hard hit in the line. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. And that's a leadoff double.
Wastes no time there. Nice line drive to the post side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Go-ahead run on base. Luis Angel Acuna will hit next. Foul ball there.
You know, these Red Sox, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
1 away here in the 5th.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for them at times.
And a foul ball left side. 1 out and a runner at second, and we're at the top of the 5th.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
That one is absolutely belted. This looks like extra bases. Headed for the plate. He'll score, and the Red Sox have the lead. It's 2-1.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Luis Robert now. And the first offering is not close.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Holiday, the next to hit, takes outside. Hit on the ground to the right side. He steps on the bag. They limit the damage here. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom of the inning. And now Derek Jeter. Here comes a pitch. Jeter takes the strike.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the bat expands.
That's in there. 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Napoli now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. The D-backs trailing by a run, last half of inning number 5.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Swings and misses. Had him way out front of the slurve.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. This offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm. Put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
Ball 1 there. That's towards center. That gets down for a hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Well, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Here's Ray Boggs now. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
A lot of adrenaline. We can see it right there. And sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of it.
New inning getting started. And stepping in for Boston, Rafael Devers. The pitch. Fouled off left side. Righty delivers. Here's a swing and a miss.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
These hitters like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game.
Fly ball down the line. Hank going back. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. 1-2 now. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. A massive home run. His second home run of the game, and they add on. It's 3-1.
Versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? The good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Ryan Nelson is done. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment. New pitcher on here, Luke Jackson.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing the work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the ball.
So here's Boston's cleanup hitter, Tyler O'Neill. Swings through that one.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
No ball.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Going to count 1 and 2. Activity in the bullpen. Kevin Ginkel up and throwing. Got him swinging.
Well, that was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and
Got it. Makes the play.
really nice job of tracking that one down. I noticed some initial hesitation, ball off the bat. Didn't look like he got a great read, but he made up for it by closing on it quickly, laid out and hauled it in.
Bobby Dahlbeck up next for the Red Sox. Hit hard on the ground to short. In the hole, jump throw, Jeter. He's in there.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop can even make that play.
So up next, Cedane Rafaela, 1 for 2. Swing and a foul straight back. Right-handed reliever. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. To third. And he grabs it in foul ground. Two outs.
1-2.
This one in the dirt. No movement. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Lifted in the air, right field. Hank sizes this one up, drops into the glove, and that is that. The Red Sox pick up a run on the homer. It's now a 3-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And we're back. There we go, bottom 6. Here's a big power threat, Hank Aaron. And there's a foul ball.
Well, these Diamondbacks just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
And down on strikes. And 1 out now.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Struck him out looking. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting his stuff in this one, Brew. Feeling really good about what he's working with. And that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
2 down, nobody on. Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2.
Got it! And how about that? That's an immaculate inning.
Well, he's saying who needs the defense? An immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. He just witnessed something really special.
Now on the mound for the Diamondbacks, Joel Payamps.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Luis Angel Acuna digs in now. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Marte should have it. Puts it away for the out. Here's the catcher, Hunter Goodman. He swings and fouls one off. Payamps in his 7th season, 32 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Right side, Aaron gets under it, and there are 2 down. Back to the top of the lineup, Luis Robert up next for the Red Sox. Fastball for a strike.
Well, and at bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. In time.
Out.
So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him. And that's that. Back here in the desert, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Jason Giambi. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
O'Neill pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Next to hit for Arizona, Mike Napoli. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Pretty amazing. His first pitch strike percentage over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, got to be ready to let it fly.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Diamondbacks down quickly. Score holds. It's 3-1. And well. Back to the ballpark. We're at the top of the 8th, and the batter will be the shortstop, Jackson Holliday. In the air, left field, on the move. And out number 1 on the grab. In there at the knees, it's 0-1. The Diamondbacks with some movement in the pen. Kevin Ginkel preparing to come on if needed. Thompson also throwing. Swings here and blasts one left field. And it one-hops the wall. Around first and hustling for second. Pulls in with a double. 3rd hit for him today.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy. Didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep. Took the barrel right to it. And then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Out to center. At second, and it throws off line, safe at 3rd. Here's O'Neill Cruz, 1 for 3. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Oh, he throws it to first. Throw, save. was close.
That's why you run hard 90 feet. Take nothing for granted, especially when you've got great speed. I'll take the infield knock.
And now the first. Baseman Bobby Dahlbeck. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Nice grab on the run. And that'll do it. A run on 2 hits and they leave 1. Back here at Chase Field, and here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno.
No.
Missed with a changeup, and it's 1-0. And there's the strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Had him way out front of the slur.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count.
And now Alex Cora is out of the dugout, and he will make a move for the bullpen. Garrett Whitlock done for the afternoon, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Ryan Weathers takes over on the mound, on for his 20th appearance of the year. In the box now, no balls and a strike.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful, not working with too big a lead. They can get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Bases empty, 1 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Just couldn't catch up on the low 90s fastball right there. That's a result of a good job of changing speeds. Off-speed pitch on the one before, then sped him up. Pitchers that don't throw real hard have to rely on location and mix it up to speeds. That wasn't the best location with the fastball, but clearly that wasn't the pitch he was looking for at the plate either.
So Dick. In Hank Aaron. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. Back-to-back singles. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Curtis Granderson stands in now for the Diamondbacks. He was late there, strike 1.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead.
They take the force out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Diamondbacks strand a pair, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Kevin Ginkel.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year. Typically at least 1 an inning, so it'll be tough to get to.
So step. Stepping in for Boston, Cedane Rafaela. And a pitch. Hit high in the air. There it goes. Cena. He'll touch them all. His 32nd of the year. It's 5-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
And next for the Red Sox, Luis Angel Acuna. Hard hit left side. Zips it across. Now one gone in the ninth. Now the catcher up to hit, Hunter Goodman. That one not close, and that's ball one. And the right-hander deals. Out to short, Jeter. Throws to first in time. Luis Robert up next for the Red Sox. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings.
There's a swing and a drive. And that one hops the wall. Robert on his way around third. The relay throw. The tag, and he's out trying for three. That ends the inning, but they do score a run here. They put 2 on the board on 3 hits. We head to the bottom of the ninth. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. That one finds the zone. 0-1. And a swing and a miss there.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Weathers fires. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 1 out, bottom of the ninth.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Booth, get back on track. His team needs him.
Giambi, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Fastball for a strike.
0-2.
1 down, base is empty. That
Ball,
one missed.
1-2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
Left-hand hitter waits.
No,
and misses inside. Got it by him for the K.
Left-handed batter facing a left-handed pitcher that's got some sink like that at the end. It's just the bottom falls out of it when it looks like it's going to be a pretty good pitch in that location that everyone says lefties love.
Jeter in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. 1 strike away. Jeter tracking that one as it misses the zone for ball.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that is the ball game.
Well, when you reel off 8 wins in a row, you're this close to double digits, and now all of a sudden it's a challenge within a challenge to get 2 more wins to get to 10. But there's definitely a high level of confidence that this team is playing at right now, and that's one of those things. You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to disturb things. Make sure the clubhouse is giving you the same good food it's been giving you all along, and you can keep this win streak going.
6-1 is your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.